Hi everybody. I'm pissed off. I went shopping on the weekend to get two things. I wanted season 6 of The West Wing. Ever since the rerun started on TV, Pat and I started watching all of The West Wings from season 1 all the way up. Every episode. Sometimes 3 a night, because there's nothing on TV. And so we're on episode 5, and we realized we didn't have episodes 6 and 7. I don't want 7. I didn't like the last year. What's the expression? That's when it jumped the shark. But we didn't have episode 6. So I went out to Best Buy, and I got their only copy of episode 6. Well, it's not episode, it's season 6. And paid $54.95 for it. And I brought it home and opened it up almost immediately, even though we weren't ready to watch it yet. And it had been dropped, I guess, in shipping. And the insides, you know how the little clippy things where the DVDs are held? See, these? The DVDs were all floating around, and discs 3 and 5 were all scratched because these plastic things were broken. So it was 6:15 on Saturday night, and Pat was cooking our hamburgers, and I didn't want to go back. I called them and said what their product was like, and they said, just bring it back. So, fine. I said, do you have another copy? They said no. And I said, well, perhaps you can check at the other store. And they said, well, they had 3. And I said, well, get one of those and send it up, because I'm not crossing 25 kilometers of town to go and get it. And they said, oh no, we don't do that. And I said, fine, order me a new one. Oh no, we don't do that. So I said, I'll be in tomorrow, which was yesterday. So I go in with my damaged little box and say at the counter, after waiting for 5 minutes in line, because everybody else in the world was returning malfunctioning, damaged, broken products that didn't work. Somebody had a computer console, somebody had a computer tower, somebody had camera, another person had a printer, another person had a fax machine, and one had a phone, and the list goes on. There was only one checkout person, but 3 people working at the returns and service desk. So I take in my little box, and they say, well, we were not going to give you a refund. We'll give you a store credit. I said, I don't want a store credit. I want the season 6 of The West Wing copy in my hot hands right now, because that's what we had a contract for when I gave you my money. We can't, they said, give you a credit because the box is open. And I said, well, how am I supposed to know if it was broken unless I opened the damn box? And they said, well, we just don't care because you could have burned all of those discs. I said, well, I didn't. It's broken. There's this big scratch on disc 5 and disc 3, and I want a new box. Finally, they gave me a credit, and they said they'd only give me a credit if I went immediately to Future Shop, 5 kilometers away, to pick up the copy that they were going to save for me in the store. So I said, fine, that's not a problem. I'll go and do it. I go to Future Shop after getting my credit at Best Buy. They were holding the box of season 6 at the service department. I pick it up and I said to the kid, I want to open this box and see that everything's fine. Is that all right? He says, no, once you open it, it's yours. And I said, then you open it and show me that the product you're selling to me is fine. So he looks at me, and I said, yeah, that's right, I'm a wacko bitch. Just do it. So he opens it up, and all 5 of the clippy things were broken, and all 5 of the discs were rolling around in the box. And once again, 2 of them were scratched. And I said, I don't want it. Give me another. He says, this is the only one we have. So I said, fine, And like an idiot, I shop in the store and buy this. An alarm clock with a dial that I can see in the nighttime. So I buy that, I leave the store, I go to our great big huge mall, it's not far from us, and go into HMV, which is a big music store, and find another copy of season 6 of The West Wing. I make them open it, same thing, it's all broken inside. Said to them, don't want it. I went into Zeller's, same thing. The last place I went was Sunrise Music, and their copy was $15 more than the Best Buy and Future Shop price, but it was intact, not broken. Then I unpackage my clock, plug it in, doesn't work. When I was in the workforce, we were told that you provide perfection for our customers. That's gone by the wayside, hasn't it? Okay, I'm done my rant. That's it, that's all.